You need more light?
Oh no!
You're eating it. Why are you eating it? Don't eat that.
Hey, welcome everybody to Bicycle World. My name is Dean Henthorn, and this is the first bike we get to test in 2012. It is the new Scott Spark 29 lineup. And what makes this new, or what makes this so cool, is that first of all, it's a 4-inch travel or 100 mil travel on both ends of the bike. And this is a new lineup for Scott, again going full suspension both ends. Obviously, you know, in the 29er market, which is super hot right now. What I liked about this bike, first of all, it's the middle of their lineup. Now, this Spark lineup has what they call, at the very top end is the RC, which is the Swiss team races on it, full carbon bike. You can build up that full suspension bike at 22.9 pounds. That's everything but pedals. This one is right in the middle of their lineup. It's called the Elite. It's the Spark Elite 29, and we tested it because this is what I can consider every man's bike. And it comes with a kind of the basic Grupo, and it has a really great price point. It's a $2,400 bike. And having ridden a lot of high-end bikes, low-end bikes, a little bit in between, we were really excited because this is our first 4-inch travel, dual suspension 29 bike. So let's get right into it. Let's talk about the component groups that come on this thing. First of all, on the front end, it starts with a Reba 29 fork. It's a solid fork. It's 100 mil. It's got a full lockout. It's a full air chamber, adjustable compression on it. We found just by using the recommended pressure that comes with the bike setup, it was dialed in. All we had to do was mess with the compression a little bit, a couple clicks here, a couple clicks there, and it was dialed up and running. Same with the rear. This is actually a DT Swiss shock, and just like on the front, we went by the air compression suggestion guide, and the sag was almost perfect right out of the box. All we did was mess a little bit with the rebound, and we got this bike dialed in. In less than 10 minutes, this thing was dialed and really ready to go. The cockpit right out of the box fit me to a T. This is a large frame. I'm a 6-foot-tall rider, and there was almost zero adjustment. All we did was adjust the height of the saddle, and that's really unheard of. And it may not fit the same way for you, but it's a great fitting bike right out of the gate. Let's talk about some of the shifters now. First of all, it's a complete Shimano build kit, and it has an SLX front shifter. It comes with an XT derailleur, an LX front derailleur, and XT rear derailleur. So it's not a bad Grupo, especially again at the $2,400 price point. It's a solid build, you can't complain. It's got XT cranks, which are super solid, and the gearing on this bike is a 3x10. So they go to the Shimano 10-speed cassette and gave you 3 rings up front. Now virtually all their bikes you can configure in some different ways, like 2x10s if you really want to, but I still like a 3-ring front. Maybe I'm old school. Anyway, solid group. The Manitou is going to be interesting to see how it lasts and how it rides, because I've never ridden the DT Swiss, excuse me, not Manitou, the DT Swiss shock, but we're willing to try it out. Okay, so what is our verdict on this the Spark 29er? First of all, it's got an excellent price point. $2,400, you get a ton of bike. Dual suspension, full Avid disc brakes, hydraulic disc brakes. You get a decent component group. You get all of the live action of a fully active bike. You also get the ability to twin lock, which is their big selling point. And this thing worked like a charm. I was blown away. Yeah, it's an extra piece of wire up here. It's another gadget on my handlebars, but you know what? A lot of times this is going to save my bacon, and it actually made the ride more enjoyable. Shortcomings of the bike, tires. Not a big fan of these tires out here in Arizona, but where you ride, they may work. So I'm going to let you choose a tire that's specific for your area. The Scott seat, it was a little bit hard, not the most comfortable seat I've ever ridden on, but I've ridden on worse as well. You swap that out to your favorite seat and you'll have this bike dialed in. Can I recommend this? Absolutely. Bicycle World gives this thing a big 2 thumbs up because of the value proposition and the fact that it weighs 27 pounds and rides like a dream. Man, this thing is fast. It descends well. The 29-inch wheels go over a lot of stuff. You know, you're not going to carve up a slalom course on it like you are a 26er, but for the features that it has, it's an outstanding value. And that's one of the tips that I'll leave with you. Great value. Make sure you check one of these things out. Go to your local Scott dealer. Ask them for a demo ride. Have a great day. Tell them Bicycle World sent you.
Hi, my name is Daniela. I teach, I write, I advise on design. Design is my passion. Design is everywhere. Design improves our lives, defines our taste, and determines our surroundings. It can even broadcast who we are and who we aspire to be. Here are my latest thoughts on design.
In recent years, bicycles have come to play a far greater role in our world, emerging as a sustainable alternative to the car. For some urban professionals, they are the primary form of transport, projecting an image of healthy, economical lifestyle. New York City has spent millions creating bicycle lanes and just partnered with Alto Bicycle Share to make thousands of bicycles available to subscribers. These self-service docking stations will open in the summer of 2012. London, Paris, and other cosmopolitan cities have introduced bike share programs based in the Trin system. Not since the golden age of the 1890s have bicycles characterized urban culture so prominently, and now they have made a grand entrance into the pantheon of the design world. Designers are paying close attention to this territory, inventing brand new design vocabularies informed by materials, technology, and progressive aesthetics.
From an engineer perspective, the most substantial innovation in recent years has been the use of carbon fiber. Carbon improves the weight and flexibility of bicycles. The man whose name became associated with the revolutionary material is Mike Burrows, the world's best-known bike designer. He pioneered all-carbon bikes, which facilitated a gold medal for British rider Chris Boardman. His innovations for such brands as Windcheetah and Giant have long been imitated by major factories all over the world. A charity project initiated by the W Hotel of London offered its guests complimentary use of the so-called Wow Bikes, designed by 6 London creatives from the worlds of fashion, design, and music. Designer Ron Arad worked with his signature material steel and revisits the notion of the wheel. Singer Paloma Faith Design recalls vintage glamour. And fashion designer Alice Temperley's bicycle is playful and feminine. These whimsical bicycles are evidence of the way design is forming new identities for a 200-year-old invention. Easy Plastic City Bikes, designed by Omar Sagib, are truly groundbreaking, even beyond the graceful lines and pastel color scheme. The molded plastic frame is completely recyclable. Thus, when the frame loses its luster, the owner can revamp the original color. It's not only in urban culture the bicycles are enjoying a revival. Wikibike is a platform for distributing bicycles in Africa. The mission is to improve living conditions and reduce poverty by making healthcare, education, and drinking water more accessible. Some bicycles are the product of meticulous craftsmanship, handmade by such designers as Thomas Callahan of Horse Cycles. A sleek aesthetic is the result of experimentations with forms. His minimalist handlebars are welded into single, graceful, refined pieces where engineering meets design. Bicycles have kept the core design principles for over 120 years, but they become sophisticated. The Renaissance is revolutionizing the way we think about transportation and community. Bicycle express cutting-edge innovation made possible by design.
Hey everybody, this is Libby Thomas, and I'm going to be playing a song which I wrote called Boys and Bicycles. But before I start, you probably need a little bit of information about it, about the backstory, because it's kind of an odd title and it's kind of an odd song. So this song I wrote based off of a piece of advice that my dad used to give me when I'd come home from school and just be super depressed about, oh, this boy's being such a jerk, I can't believe that he said this to me, I can't believe that he doesn't like me, and then blah, 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 and I'd just kind of go on. And he'd listen really intently, and then he'd look at me and be, Libby, just remember, a girl needs a boy like a fish needs a bicycle. And then he'd walk off. And I had no idea what he was talking about. But eventually it started to make sense, and so I decided to write this song about it, about that phrase, and kind of what it means to me. So, here's a song that's dedicated to my dad. You and I had it pretty good, and you treated and you ignored me just like every girl before me. And I was feeling sorry until my daddy told me that a girl needs a boy like a fish needs a bicycle. I found that it's true, so you can just recycle your love. I want a man that I can depend upon, funny and sweet, with money to spend upon me. You know it's true, I don't need you. I don't need you. I knew that you'd broken hearts before, but that was something I ignored. And everything was fine until that broken heart was mine. I was lonely for a time until my daddy told me that I needed you like a fish needs a bicycle. I found that it's true, so you can just recycle your love. Your love, oh, I want a man that I can depend upon, funny and sweet, with money to spend upon me. You know it's true, I don't need you. I hope your heart didn't break too bad. I hope it doesn't make you sad to think of all the fun we could have had. But when you passed me in the hall, my heart does not react at all. And then you thought that I would fall again. I don't need you. I don't need you. Because a girl needs boys like a fish needs a bicycle. I found that it's true, so you can just recycle your love. I want a man that I can depend upon, funny and sweet, with money to spend upon me. You see it's true, I don't need you. La da da da, I don't need you. La da da da, I don't need you. So, that is the song. Please tell me what you think. Leave a comment, rate, and pass it on to anyone who does not need a fish or a bicycle or boys or anything. Okay, that's all. I'm logging off. Good night.